Welcome back to Briggs on Books, talk show that's been on since 2008. We recently rebranded to Briggs on Books because we learned this great new technology called Zoom. We had to learn it during COVID, and now we talk to authors all over the world every day. We started today in India. Then we went to Canada. Then we had an author in Texas, an author in Arizona. Now we're going to an author in England. Not many countries in one day. Welcome our guest, Priya Grewal. Welcome, Priya.
Thank you, Mike. Thanks so much for having me.
Now tell me this place you live, Biggleswade?
It's called Biggleswade in Bedfordshire, England.
Biggleswade, okay. It seems like a funny name. I don't know. There's a lot of funny names in England. Biggleswade, Bedfordshire, England. Where is that approximately?
It's near Hertfordshire area, so it's East Anglia. But I've only actually moved here recently. So originally I'm from London, West London. So I've just been in Biggleswade for a few months. But It's a lovely area, so it's lovely.
Now you, I don't know how to describe you, your genre, because you kind of go some different directions. Is it always about horror?
Is it always about, sorry?
Is it always about horror, the horror genre?
Horror. I mean, most of them have a horror-ish element. My first one's The Creator, that's published with Austin Macaulay. Mm-hmm. That one's down as a sci-fi horror, I think, yeah. And then I did a couple of others, Evil Born of Satan. Recently, I felt like doing a murder mystery because I'd been reading a couple, so had to go at that. It was a lot of fun, and then I've got a bit of fantasy in there as well.
I'm trying to keep up with you and popping the book covers up. Evil Born of Satan, was that your latest?
That was just the one before my latest one. So that was my attempt at a murder mystery and the twist at the end with not knowing who it is. So that was quite fun to write. And my most recent one was my first attempt at a children's book. It's called Monster World, The Red Diamond, and that one's suitable for children.
Suitable to scare children or appropriate for children?
I think it's a bit of fun. It's a bit of fun. So it's just about two monsters going on a quest to find a magical artifact, and has all the power of the gods with it, and they want to rule the world. So I think it's like a fantasy for children, really. Yeah. So it's suitable for all ages.
And what age would that be targeted to?
So I put it down as 5+ on Amazon.
Nice. If kids can't read it, their parents could read it to them, or their grandma could read it to them.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Now, by the way, I've come up with this new idea. Is that my kids, when they were that age, went to all these birthday parties. Every week there's another birthday party to go to. So I want to put a hint to our viewers. If you got a kid, look at this book, Monsters World, Book 1, The Red Diamond. Don't go and order one of these. Order 5 of these, because you're going to be going to birthday parties all year long, and you could take those to the birthday and give them out to the kids. And you know what? If you give a kid a book, they're going to have that book in 5 years. They don't it's kind of a gift that you don't throw away after you're done with it. So.
Oh, that's amazing! Yeah.
Now let's go. So that's a new one. How long has it been out?
Literally a few days. So I just self-published that one with Amazon KDP just last week. So it's just for about a week so far.
And Monsters World, Book 1, The Red Diamond, that's for kids. Teenagers even. I like to read kids' books. I read them a lot, so I'll probably read it myself.
Brilliant. Yeah, it's for any age.
Okay. Now this one, which I can't read the cover because I'm so far away. Flowers of Darkness? No, Towns of Darkness.
Oh, Towns of Darkness. Yeah, that was my second one that I self-published with Amazon KDP. So that one's a psychological horror. Mm-hmm. It's about a teenager called Sean. He has has a vision, and he gets disturbed, not knowing if this is a mental health condition he's got, and is very worried. And then it happens again at 22. So he starts believing that God wants him to be an executioner of evil. So then his journey takes him to America, where he finds some men similar to himself, and then it's about their depths into being executioners of evil, basically.
Wow. Can you tell me about the cover? Because that's really what caught my eye.
So on Amazon KDP, when you're self-publishing with them, they give you a range of book covers to choose from. So it is really excellent. I definitely recommend them. So then I went for one of their pictures. I thought I'd say a picture of a town and like a park in a town. So I thought that was the best fit for the story and the title.
Can you tell me what Amazon KDP stands for?
Kindle Direct Publishing. So if there are any would-be writers out there, you can. It's like you can use it yourself basically, and choose the cover you want and whatever subtitles your title's on, and then they review it. And if the quality check is fine, then it gets published on Kindle and paperback.
The reason I want to ask you about this is because we have so many writers. People who are writing books and trying to get their book finished and trying to get their book published. And when I find somebody who's done a few, knows what they're doing, I like to ask them about it. So you can go to Amazon and actually put it onto their Kindle platform. Is nothing ever printed or
yeah. So if they anyone who wants to try it just types in Google Amazon KDP, then you just set up the account with them, and then you can get it published with them in paperback or on Kindle as an ebook, and then they just check it really, and then if everything's fine, then you're good to go.
Right. For the KDP, do you have to do a lot of formatting, or you just submit it and it falls into place?
There's a bit of formatting, but it's really quick and it's quite fun as well. You know, you're just choosing your titles and the book cover, so it's good fun, and then they get back to you within 24 hours to let you know that it's published, so it's really, really good.
Nice. By the way, I went to your Amazon page. It's easy to find, and everything's there. Just type Miss Priya Grewal, or did I just type Priya Grewal? I forget, and it popped right up. So it's easy to find. So I encourage our guests to go look at that. So let's talk about, the most recent book is the children's book?
Yeah, the most recent one is the children's book, Monster World.
And then I want to go to the very first book, which I have up on the screen now. Tell us about the creator.
So the creator, that was my, so around March 2022, February, I started writing just as a hobby, and then I thought, oh, this is turning into something, so why don't I try and get it published and see what happens if I send it off to publishers. So it's about the first ever being in existence, a god called Draconian. He makes himself a palace and jacuzzis and swimming pools and some luxury palace just for himself. But he does get bored in his one-man existence, so he starts making a world, a universe called Alaskia with a lot of beings called Alaskians, and he gives them magical powers, and they'll live forever. And they've got his theme parks and all the attractions that he's made up for them, and they live happily for millions of years. But jealousy does arise from one being called Lucian, and he starts trying to organize basically the end of the world. So it's about the threat from them and how Draconian deals with it all. But yep, I mean, the inspiration is from the story from Christianity of God and Lucifer, Satan, leading 1/3 of the angels into killing God. So I thought I'd adapt that into a story about them trying to end the whole universe.
Now let me back up a little bit. You said you started writing in what year?
2022, so just about March, I think it was.
So it's just like a year ago or a year and a half ago. And you're,
Yeah.
what do you have, 8 books out now, something like that? 6 books?
Yeah, I just find it really fun. So there's the creator, that one's with a traditional publisher, then the other 7 I just did for fun, really, and Amazon gives us the opportunity to self-publish with them, so it's really great.
Well, I talk to so many people who they're writing a book, and it's years and years. They just can't get to the point where they put down the pencil, but you just keep writing and writing, keep cranking those out. That is wonderful, Priya.
Thank you very much.
And by the way, you're a delightful person. I really enjoy talking to you.
You too.
Thank you, Priya. Now, we're at the end of our time, but anything else you'd like our viewers to know?
Well, I hope after this you check out my books on Amazon. The creator, that's with Boston Macaulay. You can type that into Google. Rest are on Amazon. So I hope anyone who does read it enjoys them immensely. And thank you so much for your time today, Mike.
From Biggleswade, Bedfordshire, England, thank you, Miss Priya Grewal. Thank you so much for being on our show. And for our viewers, don't go anywhere because we're going to have some more books right after this. We'll be right back.